Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to another vlog. Today is Tuesday. It is almost 11 o'clock in the morning. This morning I did like all of my normal things. Y'all saw the things I do every single morning. But y'all may have noticed that I did not upload a vlog last week. I wanted to, but things just happened last week that there was just a lot going on. So, I did not post about it anywhere. So basically the only people that knew what was going on was like really close family and like people close to us. I didn't post about it anywhere. But I do want to explain what was going on because I'm still kind of dealing with it right now. But I'll start with, so it has to do with my husband. And I'll kind of start like for a few months now, he's been having a couple like health issues, which are not like crazy serious. And I don't really I'm not going to really talk too in detail about any of them because one, we don't really know anymore if those things are going on with what happened, and like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I don't want to go into like too much detail with any of the issues, but it does start a few months back. He's been having issues for a little bit, and it's been extremely stressful on not only him, but me, with having to do everything with Ezekiah, and he just hasn't been able to help out a whole ton. So it's been really stressful just on our whole family as a whole. But a few weeks ago, he was given a diagnosis. I'm not going to go into detail, but that he was told that if a few different things were to happen, he needs to go to the emergency room. And one of those things was sharp pain in your stomach, your abdomen. And so last Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember, I think it was Monday, he was getting really bad pain in his stomach. And at first we were like, okay, maybe let's see if it just subsides. It did not. It was a pretty bad pain. And so he decided that it's best if he just goes to an emergency place just to make sure nothing's wrong. So my dad actually took him to just a walk-in emergency place because it was like early evening, and so literally it was just me and my dad home with my husband, and I obviously was with Ezekiah. My dad is not a baby person, so he was not going to stay with him. So he ran him to an emergency place. It's like 5 minutes away from our house, and he got hooked up to an IV, got fluids, medicine, all that kind of stuff. And they told him a few different things while he was there, a couple more serious than the other. But the main thing was that he had gallstones. And we've never had this problem before. We didn't even know that was a thing going on with him because it was never brought up by any of the other doctors he was seeing. And so they gave him medicine. And then later that night, they basically said, you can stay overnight if you want, or you can be discharged if that's what you feel. So he chose to get discharged, which he was feeling fine. He came home, was resting. We went to bed. At this time also, Ezekiah for a few days then was waking up every hour at night. He was going through a 7-month sleep regression. I'm happy to report he's no longer going through that, thank the Lord. But he was waking up every single hour at night, and it was taking me forever to get him back down. My husband couldn't help because obviously he's been having all these other issues going on. And so at this point, I'm exhausted because I'm not getting any sleep. Ezekiah's waking up every hour. I can't get him back down. It's taking me like an hour or more to get him back down. And so I woke up with him at like, I don't know, it was like 3 something, 2 something, I don't know, around there. And my husband had woken up and he said that the pain was back in his stomach. And I was like, okay, do you think it's something where you need to go back to the emergency place, or do you think it's just the gallstones passing? He goes, I'm not sure. So I go with Ezekiah, and then I'm trying to get him down, and then my husband comes in and he's like, I think I need to go. So I'm trying to rock a baby back to sleep at 2 something in the morning. I'm exhausted. I've been up every hour. I go and I get my mom because what am I supposed to do? So I go get my mom. My mom thankfully takes him back to the place. He gets hooked back up to IVs. They check on everything, and they kind of am just going to monitor him for the rest of like that kind of 3 to like whatever in the morning. And so we all go back to sleep. He again is up every hour. So I'm still like getting no sleep. And this is like day probably 3, maybe 4 of this. So I'm already like getting no sleep for days. And so he's in the emergency place. I can't sleep because Ezekiah's waking up. My husband's not at home. I'm like just wondering what's going on. The next morning rolls around. I managed to fall asleep for a little bit. My husband wakes up. He talks to his doctor in the emergency place, and they basically tell him that he needs to get his gallbladder removed. So like emergency surgery, like it's today, which was not what anyone expected. So basically, he had emergency gallbladder removal surgery last Tuesday. And I basically, like, I had to call my sister to watch Ezekiah for like 30-45 minutes so I could drive him to the hospital. My sister had a tooth issue going on. She was getting a tooth pulled. She had a thing going on, so I had to run there, run back home so she could go do that. And then I couldn't be in the hospital with him. I couldn't be there in when he came out of surgery, in recovery or anything. But the surgery went great. He was doing really good after the surgery. He's doing really good now. But it does seem as though that taking out the gallbladder has actually solved all the other health issues that he was having. And so, I do think, he was working with his primary care physician very closely the last little bit of time to figure out what's going on. And I do think she would have come to the conclusion of a gallbladder removal at some point. But I'm kind of glad we figured it out now, because I don't know how much longer he would have been dealing with what he was dealing with before they figured out it was the gallbladder, because that was not even on anyone's mind until he went to the emergency place. So basically, he had surgery last Tuesday, and he has a follow-up next Tuesday with his surgeon, and then he has to follow up with his obviously his primary care physician to just let her know. We did call and let them know that he did get it removed, but along with that, he also has to go see, I don't know if he still has to, or if that was something he was supposed to be doing before he got the gallbladder removed, but he has to go see a GI specialist as well. I don't know. There's so much going on. I just thank the Lord that we have insurance. But on top of my husband's surgery and then Ezekiah's sleep regression on August 30th, which was last Wednesday, the day after my husband's surgery, I actually had tickets to the Jonas Brothers concert, which y'all know I got these months ago, and I told you guys that I was on the site getting them. It was for me, my mom, my best friend, and my sister. We were gonna go, and I was like, oh my gosh, the day before the concert, my husband's having surgery. I'm not gonna be able to go. There's no one to watch my baby, because all the people that would usually watch my baby are going to the concert with me. And so I had 2 people left that could potentially watch my son, and one of them couldn't, and then I was on my last resort, and thankfully my aunt pulled through and was able to watch Ezekiah, so I did end up going to the concert. I'm so incredibly thankful for her watching him, because we were gone from 4:30 p.m. to 12:30 in the morning, and I'm just I'm so thankful she could watch him. I'm so happy I was able to go, because it was honestly probably the best concert I've ever been to be honest with you. And it was such a long concert, but it was so freaking amazing. If I feel like it, I'll put some photos or videos in or something. But the concert was so good that I actually decided to get more tickets. So I am having concert withdrawals, and I just was like, that was so good that I could totally see it again. And so I went on and I was like, I wonder where else they're going near us. So we went to the Arlington show, which is the closest to us, still like over an hour away, but worth it. So I went and looked if they were going to like Austin or something, and they were going to Austin twice. So they just had an Austin show on September 4th or 3rd or something, 2nd, one of those. And they're having another Austin show. And so I asked my best friend, I was like, I want to go again. Do you want to go again? And she goes, I want to go again. And so I got us tickets, and then my husband also said he wanted to come. So I got us all tickets, and we're going again. And I'm so excited because I think we have better seats. Like, we had good seats at this one, but I think we have better seats, and I'm very excited. It's about it's like 3 to 4 hours away. So I do have my mom and my sister. One of them is gonna watch Ezekiah. They can work it out. I think my sister wants to keep Ezekiah overnight, so I think she might keep him overnight that day. It's on a Sunday, and we're not gonna get home till probably 3 or 4 in the morning because we're gonna drive back same day. So honestly, her keeping him overnight is probably the best possible thing anyways. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm so excited. But that has been the last week of my life. It's been actually insane. Another thing I want to quickly address, I know this is really chatty, I'm sorry, but is my return to reselling videos. Obviously, I said I wanted to return to them in September. I don't know anymore, because right now, having to do everything with Ezekiah for a couple weeks and really not having a break from him except for when he naps, like, it's really extremely difficult, and I have to spend all my free time getting work done because I haven't been able to do a lot. And so I'm just like stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. And I know all of you guys want reselling videos back so bad, but the amount of time and work and effort that goes into reselling videos is so much more than just like vlog style videos or filming just like what I'm doing in a day. And I just feel like it's so incredibly hard for me to do that right now, especially with my husband having surgery. And so I'm not going to say I'm never going to come back to reselling videos, but I'm going to stop putting a date or time on it because I feel like there's just things happening. And I'm like, I don't know, like, when are things going to stop happening? Like, I don't know. The surgery was so, like, unplanned. It was an emergency surgery, and, like, it came out of nowhere. And I don't know. I can't commit to anything. I can commit to my one video a week, and that's about it. And so I don't really know where I want my channel to go and like how I see it like panning out in the future, because obviously I really love posting videos and I really love filming for you guys, but I just don't know like what I'm gonna have time for. Like, I don't know. So I don't really know what's going on there. I know that a lot of you are gonna watch regardless of what I post, which I really appreciate it, because having a baby, like, everything's unpredictable, and I just like don't know where I'm going from here. But I'm obviously gonna keep posting and kind of just do what I want, and if you're here for the ride, I appreciate it. But that is enough talking. I'm gonna get some work done, and then I gotta wake Ezekiah up in like 15 minutes. is Wednesday. It is about 4, this lighting is weird. It's about 4, almost 4:30. Today we ran off and did a few errands this morning, or not this morning, it was like afternoon. But, I was actually looking for a frame for my mom for her birthday. I wanted to get like a little collage frame or something and put pictures of like just my husband and I, Hezekiah, just all of us. And I couldn't find one because Hobby Lobby's frames were not 50% off this week. So haven't decided if I'm going to go next week. But we ran into Michael's first. And I looked online and they were 50% off. But then when I went into the store, they were not 50% off. They were buy one, get one 50% off. And I don't really need two. So I'm either going to go next week to Hobby Lobby and get a frame, or I'm going to look online. I think I want to look online and see what I can find. But I'm trying to get, I'm not trying to spend a fortune on a frame, because I need to order the pictures and I feel like they're not going to be here in time. It's a whole situation. But we also ran to Costco. We just got a few things. I really went because I wanted the like ciabatta rolls that they have there that are like freshly baked. They're so delicious. I like to have sandwiches on those. And so I wanted to get those. So we ran into Costco. We ended up getting formula while we were there because they limit 2. So every time we go into Costco, we have to get 2 things of formula at a time. And we go through like 4 cans a month. So it's like I have to go there twice a month just to get the formula I need for the month. So we did that, and then there was like samples and stuff. We got a few other little snacky foods, but that was nice. And then I think that's all we did. My husband went and picked up something from Facebook. He's off narcotics, so he's like good to drive and everything. He's still in a little bit of pain, but he is only on just like ibuprofen, Tylenol alternating right now, so he's doing really well. And he has his doctor's appointment for his follow-up on, I think, the 21st, I don't know. Something around there. But Hezekiah is taking his last and second nap of the day right now. I'm going to get him up at 5 o'clock, so I have about 30 minutes. I just finished up some work. I, yesterday, managed to photograph an entire rack. I think I did a couple other things, but I can't remember. And then today, I have 2 separate things that I photographed yesterday. One of them is a just normal flip lot, and then one of them was a direct buyout, so they sent it to me strictly for a buyout. And so I got both of those photographed, and then I managed to get the flip lot into Vendu already just like done, ready to be listed. So tomorrow I want to try to get the buyout into Vendu ready to be listed. And then I have a whole nother rack that I processed all that stuff this morning. That's a flip lot. And I want to try to get that photographed tomorrow. And then I need to get all that stuff. I'm looking over there because it's right across the way. I want to get all that into the inventory system tomorrow as well. I was going to do it today, but I kind of just want to chill out for the next 30 before he wakes up. But other than all that work, a couple other things that I've been like working on is I am actually in the middle of planning my sister's baby shower and getting Hezekiah's first birthday started. The planning process started. A couple months ago, I actually like picked his theme and ordered some decorations because I felt like it was better to order stuff like each month, work on something so that when it actually comes, it's not like I'm doing everything all at once. So I don't know if I've shared the theme. I'll keep it a secret until like closer and I'm like really in the thick of planning. But right now I'm more focused on my sister's baby shower because that is going to be on November 5th. And I need to basically plan the whole entire thing. So that's what I've been working on. I need to get the guest list for my sister. I need to get like the invitation squared away because I want to send those next week. I'm just going to use Evite. I feel like Evite is the easiest possible way to send invitations. It's actually amazing. So I'm going to use that. And then I got like what she wants to eat, and I got like the desserts that we're going to have and like what we're going to do, games, like the decorations. Basically wrote everything out. And I did find, like, I had her pick her theme off like Etsy. So I have like the invitation and everything. I'll pop it up here if I remember. But I'm working on that. So I basically need to get the stuff off Etsy, and then I need to get the guest list from her, and then I need to get those sent out probably next week or the next week. The last possible date I need to do it is the end of September. But I think I want to do kind of like middle to end of September. I just think that's the best time. That gives everyone like a full month to be able to determine if they can come or not. But that's what I've been working on. As far as Ezekiah's birthday, I do have like the guest list squared away, and then I finally figured out where I'm having it. That was like my biggest hang up. My sister and her husband and family are actually moving into a new house at the end of this month, beginning of next. And so the house is like perfect for like parties, like birthday parties and just any party really. And so I'm gonna have it there because she offered, but it's kind of around the time that she's gonna have her baby. And so I told her like the earliest date I would have it, and I told her the latest date I would have it, and kind of gave her a few dates, and she told me the best one that works for her. Obviously she will be doing absolutely nothing. I will be doing everything. I will just be having it at her house. So I'm so thankful for her letting me do that, but I've kind of started to get that squared away a little more so now, because I feel like it's gonna sneak up on me way faster than I think, especially with like the holidays being like around that time. I just feel like it's gonna be crazy. So my main focus is the baby shower, so I've been working on that a lot, but not much going on to film. Not doing a whole ton, just like my husband's resting, so I'm trying to get stuff done and take care of Ezekiah, and there's just a lot going on, but not interesting stuff to be able to film. But that is how my day has been going. That's what I've been doing, working on. I'm gonna go chill out for the next little bit of time before I need to get Ezekiah up from his nap and give him a bottle, and then it'll be time for dinner and bedtime shortly after. So my days are going by so incredibly fast. I can't even like, I feel like my days are like, and they're over. Like it's just a snap and they're gone. And then some days are like a million years long. It's just like, I can't, it's either one or the other, and I can't keep up. But that's what's going on. I'm gonna go chill out, and hopefully we do a little bit more at the end of the week, but I can't promise anything. Okay, so it is actually the next week. It's Monday. It's September 11th. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm just now getting around to like getting my vlog ready to go up. This one really, really short. I didn't film a whole ton. I think I only filmed like maybe 1 or 2 days. And I didn't film much at all because y'all know just everything going on that I explained in the beginning with my husband's surgery, and just like having to do everything for Ezekiah, and just like also taking care of him. Obviously he is like way better now, and tomorrow is the 2-week mark, so the 2-week mark is kind of the time where he can like do more by himself, but he needs to go to a follow-up with his doctor, which he couldn't get in until next week, the 21st. So we don't really want to like throw him into doing a whole bunch of stuff before we get the clear from his doctor. His pain level is super low. He's not taking a bunch of medicine anymore, and he's doing really well. But for me, having to do like everything still, I do not have time to film, and I also haven't been wanting to film because I'm probably just like burnt out on just everything I'm doing, and like there's just a lot going on. And honestly, life hasn't been too like interesting lately, but today I actually went over to my sister's house and I helped her pack up some boxes because they're moving. I mentioned that earlier, I think, when I was talking about the baby shower and Ezekiah's party and all that. So I did that today, and then I did a whole bunch of work. So I'm basically gonna finish up this vlog, and then I plan to go chill out until I have to get Ezekiah up, and then I have to go start dinner right after that. So I have a lot to do still today, but I'm going to try to like chill out for at least 30 minutes before I have to go do the rest of my day. But honestly, haven't really had a ton of motivation to be filming, so we'll see. I haven't started a new vlog today yet, so I don't know if I'll be a vlog next week. I don't really know. Everything's up in the air. I'm trying to get back into like normal life right now with my husband helping again, but like even him helping again, he still has his wrist injury, so he really can't do everything he would have been doing like if he didn't have a hurt wrist, you know what I'm saying? So like for so many months I've just been like the sole person, and he helps out as much as he can, but like obviously certain things he just can't do with a wrist injury, and then obviously having surgery. Like it's just a lot going on. So I'm hoping he needs to start back up physical therapy, and we can get the wrist thing situated, and then he can go back to work, and we can get back to normal life, because I feel like everything has just gone wrong, and it's just been a crazy year. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog because, like I said, short vlog, nothing really exciting going on. Probably the shortest vlog I've ever uploaded, to be honest with you. But that's okay. At least it's going up. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys again in my next video.